What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on to my friends and family? I appreciate y'all for continuing to hold me down. I don't like the outline of that bottom thing. Let me see if I can fix that. Give me a second. Everything we do here is on the fly. Everything that I do here is in real time and on the fly. I don't like that. I don't like the way that look. It's like that little outline thing right there. I ain't feeling it. See something. It's like too heavy. It's too dark. See if I can fix that. Bum. Oh, I know why that's like that. All right, so let me do this. Learn something new today. All right, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. All right, so we in the building. What up, friends and family? I appreciate y'all. Yeah, K Cooper. K Cooper. It's you saying what is Anton talking about? Is something that we can't see. No, it's an attention to detail. It's almost like I don't like to say ADHD or ADD or nothing like that, but it's like certain things that I notice. Like sometimes a lot of people will be like, "Oh, everything looks great," or to the naked eye, to a person that's observing, you know, y'all might be like, "Okay, everything looks normal." I might look at a little outline or a shadow or a misplacement of a logo or how the screen is set up or the transition if it takes zero point 0.3 seconds versus it take 0.1 second to switch over or the audio maybe not. And so you always tinkering as a person that is a content creator. I know with some people, they just get on there and it look like they recording on a potato. For me, I know content is king, but at the same time, there's little details and little nuances that I pay attention to that everybody else don't see or everybody else don't know. And I'm like, I got to fix that or I got to get to that or I don't like the way that looks or, oh man, this camera is slightly up too much or I don't like the fact that the table is showing when it goes to this transition. So I'm always working on stuff and tinkering on things behind the scenes. I will probably tell you, I probably spend about an hour and a half every single day towards the end of my day or before I start the live stream when I'm modifying certain things or I'm tinkering with certain things. A lot of people think that I only watch myself or I only watch my shows on TV because I tell people I watch myself a lot of times because I'm just so obsessed with myself. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love who I am. But at the same time, I'm looking at it because I'm looking to see what I can do differently, what I can do better, how I can evolve. It's like game tape, right? A lot of people that are sports fans, whether you're a football fan or a basketball fan or whatever, you know, the best players or the greatest players are not necessarily the ones that's just the most talented. It's the ones that work the hardest behind the scenes. It's the ones that go back and they watch game tape. And so I've taken that same philosophy when it comes to competitiveness or sports or whatever, and I've implemented it in content creation. And so when I go look at my game tape every day, or when I go and look at my performance, or when I go and look at how it is that I carry the show, or how long it takes me in between subjects, or should it be longer or should it not be longer? What is the best quality of the show? How do people, respond to it? Should I be more interactive with the audience? How can I change what happens on after hours? I'm probably 65% producer, 35% content creator. 65% producer, 70% producer, 30% content creator. So I'm always looking at the user experience. I'm looking at the upgrades. I'm looking to see where it is that I need to implement more technology, where I need to make it more personable. And so, that's that's when people jump on live streams or y'all come to after hours a lot of times, y'all seeing the presentation. You didn't see everything that went into it. You didn't see the production of it. You didn't see what it was that I was mining through to find out what questions I want to ask. What's the vibe that you want to create? How long do you want to create it? So I'm always working. I'm always tinkering. The first thing I thought of when I woke up is thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning. And in the very next breath, I said, I'm gonna make every second count today. I'm gonna make every second count today. I'm not gonna have no wasted movement. No wasted movement. So when I'm on or when I'm in the studio, which is my home, your jobs are really your houses, to be honest with you. What's up, Molly? Your job, the place where you spend the majority of your time is your home. For a lot of us, the place that we go to sleep at is just the place where we rest our head. It's not our home. Your home is where you spend the majority of your time. That's where you need to make sure that you're the most comfortable. People spend a lot of times creating a space where they only gonna spend an hour or two to be able to chill at. You create all of this stuff around you. You go into the basement and you make it a man cave and you go down there for an hour and a half or 1 week. I look at life a little bit differently. As a user experience person, I got to make homely the place that I spend the majority of my time at. So if I'm on the road, then that means I got to be in first class because I need to create the space that allows for me to be the most productive. And that goes for the hotel, that goes for the car that I have, that goes for the convenience of the location of where I need to stay at. If I'm in the studio, I want to make sure that I got a place where I can crash out and nap and the best equipment and the best whatever. And so everything, your home is where you spend the majority of your time. And if you don't like your home, which could be your job, which could be your business, which could be your home, you got to change it. You got to change it. That's what you got out of that, E-Love, the only place you can play PlayStation with dignity. That's what you got out of that. We got to get our men some more money. We got to get our guys some more money, bro. I'm starting to see a lot of women join the bag chasers. I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to see a lot of women, and that's just the real, it's the honest to God truth. I'm starting to see a lot of women. They pulling up, they asking a lot of questions, they sending me a lot of emails, They DMing me, Anton, what do you think? I just got this part of my portfolio settled. How do you feel about this particular play? What is this? How is this? Which account? Should I go with the SPACs? How did you make the determination to invest? Honestly, I am starting to see a lot. They always taking over, and I can't even blame them because what am I gonna do? Gatekeep information just because you're a woman? Jordan, you said you noticing a lot more women in the chat too. It is what it is. Let me tell you one thing I notice about women. They don't care how insulting you are. They don't care how much you hold them accountable. They don't care if you say, you know what, I don't care about these hoes. They don't even care if you a single mother and you made 37 videos this week about single mothers. If you got something that they want, they coming to get it. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, you can't be offensive enough to a woman. Even if you're not offensive, but the culture is saying that you're offensive, they don't care. They be like, you know what? I see you. I hear what you said. You know what? You hurt my feelings a little bit, but it's something over there that I need. So you know what? I'm just gonna take it as constructive criticism. Women are just different now. They built different. They don't care. When I go to my meetups, a lot of time they fly in. They fly in from all over the country. Hey, they bring their daughters. Oh, listen, me and my daughter watch you every day. I want to show. Man, I'm telling you, honest to God, it's the straight up truth. It's the real. They don't care. They just be like, the guys now. Listen, Abe the Hunter, you can get in your emotions if you want to. You see him in the chat right now. You see him in the chat right now. If you joined my live stream last night on Patreon, you can see them all in the chat. I was doing Stock Club Part 2. When I first started my Patreon, I made it exclusive to 50 people. That's where the top, whatever. It was almost all guys. It was 2 women. Now, I look at it and it's like women, women, man. Woman, woman, man. Man. Woman, 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 man. And I'm like, where's all of these women coming from? I thought that they said that I was offensive. They don't care. Even when it comes to, listen. How often think about this for a second and we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. Abe, check it out. Think about this, Abe the Hunter. Logically, put your thinking hat on. Let's not focus on emotion. When I have confrontation on the Millionaire Morning Show, when I have confrontation on After Hours, when I have confrontation on the Anton Daniels channel, who do I have confrontation and pushback from? Whenever there's somebody that jumps in the chat and they like, I hate you, or whenever I start to get my dislikes up, right? Usually I'm talking about what? This is honest to God truth. I could tell a woman, you know what? I don't you for the streets and you need to shut the fuck up, ho. And they're gonna be like, Anton, I know you was just playing with me. What else you got for me? It's usually simps or dudes hating 100% of the time. 100% of the time, it don't matter if it's snow bunnies in here. It don't matter if it's big girls, big backs, little backs. I don't care what kind of backpack, Dora the Explorers, bowl cuts, chicks in the hood, ghetto chicks, nice chicks. I could talk about them. I can pull them up there. Oh, you so stupid, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They be right in here the next day. Hey, girl. We're like, okay, so these chicks is built a little bit differently. Every single time when a guy, a Malik, Darkwing Duck, and all of them type of people, they the most disrespectful. They the most hurt. They never change. They never evolve. They never actually grow up. They always busting it down in their socks. They always a victim. I'm starting to see and I just got to be honest. The one thing that I'm going to always be real with you about, what's up, sister? I love you, baby. The one things that I'm going to always be real with you about is I'm going to be transparent and I'm going to be honest. I don't have, listen, I don't have no choice but to give the information because the information is available for everybody. If they are the ones, even if I craft it for you, if I craft a specific thing for men, the women going to be like, so you saying I can't come? Well, yeah, you can come. It's public for everybody. Okay, I'm there. And they just be there. They just be there. They pull up to the meetups. They pull up to the Patreon live streams. They come into the chat. They go to every show that I be at. They just be like, every panel that I do, bag chasers in the building. I be like, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm going to continue to create the content that I think is the most pertinent in order to drive the community to success. And whoever get it, get it. I'm not going to gatekeep. So if y'all gonna get this money, get this money. If you're not gonna get this money, don't get this money. I got chicks reaching out to me. Can you mentor my son? No, I ain't about to be no baby daddy to this little nigga. I want you to mentor my son. Nah, you want to come over here so I can make you one of my baby mamas. I don't have capacity to add a baby mama to my roster. Okay. Can you mentor my seat? And it's amazing. It's because we love you, AD. What am I going to say to that? I'm weak. It's because we love you, AD. What am I going to say to that? I love you too. What am I going to say? When you show me love, I don't have no, I'm weak. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control. I be getting weak. Oh my God, Anton, I love you. They be DMing me the pictures that we took together. What am I going to do? You know what, girl? I don't. You know what? I love you too. I look at kicking with a chef. She all black and then she pull up and I say, what am I gonna do? She can cook and she got on that little black dress. What am I supposed to do? They already got an advantage. They a girl. They smell good. They look good. And when they get a good attitude, I'll be like, listen, I'm not gonna gatekeep, baby. I'm so weak. Lord, give me strength. Give me, give me strength. I'll be having my snow bunnies in here. What's up, MAGA Tamara? What's up? I can't help it. I'm the type that, you know what I'm saying, Kimmy? I'm the type to run slow so you can tackle me. You got me. ah. Oh, man. So I got to do more. I got to figure out how to work harder for my guys so that I can ensure that you guys are getting the information that you need. I done created a scholarship for young boys. I don't know what else to do. Jesus. See, what am I going to do? ABJ's wise. You get it. You get it. I got your box of lighters is flaring up, Rod. We be weak. I'm so weak. Oh my God, I can't help myself. Jennifer, what am I going to do? I got a lot. And let me tell you what else I'm struggling with right now. Can we be transparent? Can we? I'm starting to get a lot of snow bunnies reaching out. Hey, AD. Hey, AD. They say, I say, you calling me AD? You calling me Anton? Listen, we ain't. One of them told me, she said, we ain't got to the point where I'm going to call you Anton Daniels yet. I'm going to just call you AD. I said, the people closest to me call me AD. Can I be one of the first snow bunnies that come and be your muse? I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? Lord, you see me. You see what this is. You see how I've been working hard, and I am one of the most diligent, most loyal servants that you have. I praise your name. Hallelujah. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, man. Rebuke small ADs running around here with the good hair. Anyways, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. It's a trap, Marcus. I agree. But I can't not get trapped. Sometimes getting lost and trapped is that's the move. That's the move. Y'all ready to get to the show? Look at Aura. It's always somebody with one of them old names. Always somebody. I do this every single day. Every day for the first 20 to 25 minutes till I get over 1,500 people in here. I talk Aura May. It's always one of you that got to mess it up. I'm in a good mood. I'm giving the ladies praise. I'm trying to figure out how to get the fellas more money. And we got Aura May. Mad at Theophilus. Aura May. Typing in all caps. Mad at Theophilus over there. You not know you 72 with that name. Hey, Aura May, calm down. Calm down. You get your medicine today. You got your dentures on the side of your bed. Got your pill box Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't take Thursday thinking that it's Tuesday, okay? It's Wednesday, Aura May. Don't take Thursday. Thursday got a TH on it. Tuesday got a T on it. Don't take Thursday's pills on Wednesday because then we're going to have to call in the doctor and get you an appointment so they can check your blood sugar. Okay? All right? Okay, Aura May? Aura May just mad because the Walgreens in her community closed. She got to drive a little bit further in order to go and get her pills. I ain't tripping about it, Aura May. I'm in a good mood this week. I'm in a good mood this week, Aura. Aura May. Where Theophilus at? He ain't come home last night. He was gambling. Got caught up with Mabel. Don't worry about it. We gonna get there. All right, y'all ready to just joy. I'm just saying. Y'all better just or chill. Leave me alone. Old people can get it too. I love going off on old people. It ain't nothing like going off on old people that can't do nothing about it. And they think they gonna hit you and they ain't got it no more. And they start swinging in slow motion. Their hands start shaking. You leave me alone. Like, feel like Spider-Man. That's the only time that you feel like a superhero when you're dealing with people is when you start dealing with old people. Because no matter how fast they think that they're going to throw a punch at you or how disrespectful that they think that they can get just because they old, you can always do something back to them. Be looking at him. Was looking at that punch go back like, chill out, Aura May, before I pinch you. You know, you pinch an old person, they hurt hard. Ah! You pinch an old person, it hurt extra hard. Ah, my sciatic nerve. Don't get pinched. Don't get pinched. I pinch an old person in a minute. Knowing that you're going home by yourself, you ain't got no help. I'll pinch the shit out of you. Pinch you right under that fat part of your arm. And you know that part hurt because that's the only part that ain't never been stuck with a diabetes needle. Pinch you right here. Hurt the piss out of you. Remind you who you are, Aura May. Make you cry. You ain't cried that much in about 27 years. Pinch the shit out of that underarm. Keep on talking stuff. I ain't playing no games with you. I don't care if you old, young. The same way I get the belt out for the young people is the same way I get the pinch out for the old people. I will pinch your arm in 5 seconds. Anyways, y'all ready to get started with the show? Pinch the shit out of your arm. All right, y'all. What we got going on? First of all, I want to acknowledge my dog, Mike That Dude. Shout out to Mike That Dude holding us down. I appreciate you, Mike That Dude. Why am I pinching them? Because they need to be disciplined, and they've been being disrespectful for too long. Oh, God, my tire was $564. It was just a slow leak. They replaced the whole tire? Oh, man. Everybody trying to be in a good space with me. $564. All right. We got to get started with the show because we got a long day today. So on the agenda, obviously, we got 6. We're doing 6 subjects. I'm going to try to get this Charleston White interview that I'm doing tonight. I'm going to try my darndest to either get it out today or tomorrow. Same day recording. I'm setting it up to where we ain't got to do no editing. It's just going to be straight up shoot, drop, shoot, drop, shoot, drop. So I'm working very feverishly on that. I will be in the studio all day making sure that I work on the C-Dub interview. Jason A-Team in the building says, hit that like button for Time Dog. What up to my fellow chasers? Gorgeous day here in Philly. The grind never stops. Shout out to my dog, Jason. I appreciate you. And my pretty girl, Molly. Molly. She don't even say nothing. She just be sending me money, sending me super chats, showing me love. And my pretty Molly, it's like she got prettier since I first met her. You are appreciated, AD, says Napoleon. Thank you, Napoleon. Courtney Egger Show says, shout out to AD, call him big brother. Time, shout out to you. I appreciate you, Courtney Egger, and shout out to you for continuing to work. I see you. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get it popping. So the first thing that I want to address is this breaking news of what's happening over in Minneapolis. There is a church shooting. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Why do y'all decide that y'all want to shoot up the church? Why the church? Of all places, I see you, Molly, girl. Oh, I see you, Molly, looking great. Why y'all want to shoot up the church? So I'm going to bring y'all up to speed on the latest news with regard to these church shootings. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Let's rock, y'all. We don't got no update on the
Welcome back. It's 10:29 a.m. Eastern Time, and we are getting very disturbing reports of a shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic church. Governor Tim Walz saying that a shooter was inside the church in Minneapolis, and we are working to get some more information. Thankfully, Bill Malusian is here, and he's got some great sources, as you all know, and let's just get a little description of what we know. This is very, very early stages, and as we bring you this news.
Yeah, so this all happened apparently at Annunciation Church in the city of Minneapolis. I'm hearing from multiple law enforcement sources, including Minneapolis law enforcement sources and federal, that this does sound to be significant and serious. They're being told that there are, quote, multiple casualties here. We don't want to talk about any numbers yet or any possible fatalities, but we are told this does sound to be very significant, very serious, with multiple casualties reported. Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, tweeting out that this was a, quote, horrific act of violence. As we wait for details on what happened here, the ATF posted on X that they are responding to reports of a, quote, active shooter. The FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino tweeting out that the FBI is en route to the scene as well. Local media putting reports out as well. No status, no update yet on a possible shooter, if this is still active, if that potential shooter is down or still a threat. Still waiting on those details. But Dana, as we know with these mass shootings, A lot of information comes out quickly. Sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's erroneous. But based off this law enforcement response and some of the tweets we're seeing from public officials, including the Minneapolis mayor and Governor Tim Walz, it does sound like something, unfortunately, very horrible and significant has happened at this church in Minneapolis.
And the city of Minneapolis is reporting there's no active threat to the community at this time. And that makes me wonder about the shot that we had just beforehand of the police that were standing outside of a door. Maybe that is the fact that maybe the shooter is contained. I shouldn't say a fact, that is what the city of...
So that was the initial reports. I always like to give y'all kind of sort of a timeline of what's going on and what's happening. So that was the initial reports. And the most recent reports is they actually detailed and documented exactly who was hurt, how they were hurt, who died, and so on and so forth. So I'm literally just watching this for the first time, just like you guys, and I'm going to bring y'all up to speed on what's going on.
Paul and Bill, let's go to CB Cotton. She is live with more. It's in early stages of this story, CB, but what can you tell us?
Hey, Bill. Hey, Dana. Good morning. Such sad news that we're learning. So our local Fox affiliate report said the Annunciation Church in South Minneapolis, where this is all unfolding, has a school for students who are in kindergarten through 8th grade. And, you know, the Fox affiliate says that school indeed started on Monday, which makes this really, really heartbreaking. The Fox affiliate also reports that Mass is on Wednesdays at 8:15 local time there, and students were reportedly in Mass at the time of this shooting. I can also tell you that a reunification zone has already been set up for families of children at the school. And right now, first responders are on scene, are urging families to go to that reunification zone if they have questions. Obviously, you have a lot of parents who are probably there on scene, very worried, anxiously awaiting news on their children. And I want to go to some really disturbing details from the Star Tribune. This is a big publication in Minneapolis who says multiple people who live in the area reported hearing a lengthy burst of gunfire. Some people told the outlet that they heard so many shots fired off, they thought work was being done on nearby homes.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm going to spin over into the latest reports. This is the latest reports.
We're gonna get to this news conference, which is starting now, and we are seeing the Minneapolis mayor there, Jacob Fry, right in front of the microphone. Let's listen.
There are no words that can capture the horror and the evil of this unspeakable act. Children are dead. There are families that have a deceased child. You cannot put into words the gravity, the tragedy, or the absolute pain of this situation. We are a Minneapolis family. But to everybody out there, do not think of these as just somebody else's kids. Those families are suffering immense pain right now. Think of this as if it were your own. Every one of us needs to be wrapping our arms around these families, giving them every ounce that we can muster. These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country. I'm so deeply saddened, and I'm so sorry to the families that I know are suffering right now. My ask is to everyone, stand by them. Love them. These families have forever been changed, and we've all been changed with them. We need to do everything possible to support them through this time. We have a family resource center that has been set up. I'm grateful for all of the law enforcement agencies from a number of different jurisdictions, all the different departmental support that we've received. They're going to be working tirelessly. There's also a family resource center that is being set up as we speak.
So let me give y'all the actual details. I want y'all to know what happened specifically, not just from him, but based off of the most recent details. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. This is what they know. At least two, because a lot of people are still hospitalized. 2 children were killed in a shooting in Minneapolis at a Catholic school mass to mark the first week of school, according to police. All right. The shooter is dead, law enforcement officials said. Children's ages 6 to 14 are being treated for injuries at the Minneapolis area healthcare system, in which some is in critical condition. So it doesn't mean that everybody else that is injured outside of the 2 kids that were killed already. And here's the details. The officials say the shooter fired through windows at people sitting in pews, injuring at least 17 people. So he wasn't in there. He wasn't in there with the people. He was shooting through the windows at people that were participating in mass. All right. Patients as young as 6 is being treated. Some is in critical condition. 9 of the 11 patients from the attack. 9 of the 11 patients from the attack being treated at Hennepin Healthcare. Children ranging from 6 to 11. Pediatric patients are in critical condition. 2 children killed during the shooting. They won't release anything about the shooter specifically yet. 4 patients requiring surgery. 9 of the patients were actually children and 2 was adults. At least 2 doors of the school church were apparently blocked. The assailant, who opened fire at the Catholic school, approached on one side of the church building. On that side, at least 2 doors appeared to be blocked by like a 2x4. So he blocked in the door so that nobody can get out, and he made it a firing pin. It goes on to say they have not determined whether the shooter is a former student or employee of the school. Obviously, the suspect is in his early 20s and does not have an extensive known criminal history. A 20-year-old suspect going to shoot children that are in mass. That's crazy, bro. A 20... What a day. What a day. What a week. What a week to start off the school session. Every day. Every single day. Every single day. Doesn't matter if I'm out and home or if I'm downtown or whatever. Every single day. All right. I'm going to go back to the press conference. I talk to my daughter and I tell her how much I love her. And I tell her how important it is for her to be on her P's and Q's. This is one of the reasons why it was so important for me to make sure that my life insurance policy is what it's supposed to be. And I got to make sure that things are in place, because it's some straight up demonic monsters out here in these streets. There is no other way to frame it. We can all say that, of course they're going to be trying to determine whether it's they had health problems or something like that, right? Or whatever. They all going to try to frame it and have those conversations. But the reality is that some of these people are just demonic, honestly. There is no way that you can frame it from any other perspective than to say that the person is completely demonic, because you don't block in, because this ain't just spirit of moment. This ain't a crime of passion. This ain't somebody pissed you off. This is a intentional act. You go and you buy a 2x4, which you probably measured to make sure that it can block in inside of the doors. You probably went multiple different days that night when nobody was there so you can test whether or not the 2x4 can block inside of the doors. You went and got whatever guns or ammunition. You knew where your vantage point was. You also understood when the kids was having mass. And then you went when the church started, and then you start shooting people.
To make sure that we're there for everybody. Again, to the families that are suffering, to those that have experienced loss, I'm so deeply sorry. We're going to be with you every step of the way. We love you. This kind of act of evil should never happen, and it happens far too often. The chief will provide additional details.
My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N, O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. Earlier today, just before 8:30 a.m., our city experienced an unthinkable tragedy. Minneapolis police officers responded to a report of a shooting at a mass that was happening at the Annunciation Roman Catholic Church on the block behind me. This worship service was marking the first week of school for children that are attending the Annunciation Catholic School. During the mass, a gunman approached on the outside, on the side of the building, and began firing a rifle through the church windows towards the children sitting in the pews at the mass. Shooting through the windows, he struck children and worshipers that were inside the building. The shooter was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children and other people worshiping. The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible. Police officers from the Minneapolis Police Department immediately responded, entered the church, and attempted to provide first aid and rescue some of the children that were hiding throughout the building, while other first responders came and EMS responded to rush victims to nearby hospitals. 2 young children, ages 8 and 10, were killed where they sat in the pews. Their parents have been notified.
That's crazy.
17.
Can you imagine getting a phone call? You send your kid to one of probably the best schools. I'm pretty sure that they paying tuition. And it's an environment that's safe for them to go to church and experience mass and have spirituality inserted into their lives, while at the same time learning in a place where they can, where you feel like you probably the most safest, and you get a phone call, hey man, your kid is dead. How did my kid die? Well, it was a person that was shooting through windows inside of the church while we was having mass on the first week of school. Man, that's gotta be breaking. That will break me. Of all of the things in life, I can deal with a lot of things. That would absolutely break me. I don't know how I would be able to. I can't even imagine what it would be like to get that type of phone call. I know what it felt like to get the phone call right after I had talked to my father about an hour ago, and they was like, hey, he no longer here. Imagine you getting that phone call and your kid. I don't even know how you'll be able to hold that together. I'm heartbroken, and it ain't even my kid. I don't even know the kid, bro.
Other people were injured, 14 of them being children. 2 of those children are in critical condition. The coward who fired these shots ultimately took his own life in the rear of the church.
Can't even hold him accountable.
Our hearts are broken for the families who have lost their children, for these young lives that are now fighting to recover, and for our entire community that has been so deeply traumatized by this senseless attack. We will stand together to protect our children, our schools, and our houses of worship. This deliberate act of violence is just a sign of cruelty that is beyond comprehension. Our hearts are broken for everyone that's been affected by this tragedy. As we begin the difficult path of healing, I want the community to know this, that even in the face of such evil, the Minneapolis Police Department and all of our law enforcement partners stand with our community. We stand with these families and with this parish. We will continue to be here for you. With that, the investigation is obviously in its preliminary stages, and I will attempt to take some questions to provide further information.
So that is the latest update, the latest news. Lord be with the families. Don't let them lose faith in you because of some demonic entity. God bless everybody that's in this situation. Just be a comforter to the people that's over here, over there. Lord, just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to pray. You know what I'm saying? Just you see him, let your will be done in Jesus' name, amen. It's heartbreaking. And I guess the only thing that I can really say to conclude this segment of the show or this portion of the show, junk be getting me choked up, bro. Make sure that you love the people that surround you. It doesn't matter about all of the bickering and the fighting. And I mean, I guess in a way, that's just all a form of distraction and entertainment. And I know that we have fun, but at the end of the day, we got to truly cherish the people that are here, because all of us at some point is going to be gone. But more importantly, how we go and how we live our lives is more meaningful. And you just never know. You don't know. You don't know when your end date is going to be, or when somebody determines that this is what your end date is going to be. You just don't know. Don't know. Treat them like gold. Love on your kids. Tell them you love them. Forgive your parents. Stop holding a grudge. Let that go. Let that go. You know, forgive yourself. Forgive your brother and your sister. Stop holding that against them. Lead with peace. Lead with love. Even if they are the ones that's still bitter about it, you still got to hold it down. So that's all I'm saying, man. Sometimes I think that when we look at these situations, and it's unfortunate that it happened, but it got to be a learned lesson, and it got to be something that you take from it. For me personally, I take from it that I just don't have no grudges. I don't have no ill will, no feelings. Every day after I get done with my prayers, I always ask God to forgive me for the things that I may have transgressed against him about, or, you know, anybody that I haven't made whole from maybe having a disagreement or an argument with. Show them to me so that I can make that right. It's what makes us different than animals is that we actually can do the right thing. We do have time, and we do have an opportunity to communicate our thoughts and our feelings effectively. So again, prayers up for the families, and death to all demons. Death to all demons. We got to stop playing fair with these people. We got to stop playing fair with these people. When you see them, call them out, and we're going to have to start figuring out how to address these people proactively, because we can't just keep being sitting ducks for these people. You know your little son or your nephew or whatever, you know that nigga full of the devil, man. You know he full of the devil. You know he ain't gonna be no good, and at some point he gonna do something that ain't right. You see him. You see him. Stop praying and stop doing something. Like, we tired. We don't want to hear no more prayers from people that you know is about to do something negative. Nah, you know. You know what? I'm gonna just keep y'all up to date on what's going on with this situation, because we got to stop. We've been playing too fair. The Saints been praying too fair. The good people, the people that go to work every single day, they've been playing too fair. And it's always we got to be the victims. And then we got to turn the other cheek so you can slap that one too. Y'all better start arming yourselves. Go get your gun. Go get your CPL. Do it legally. Make sure that you license. Make sure that you abide by the laws that's in your state. Strap up. Teach your wife. Teach your kids how to use it. Where they at. Go get you the right bullets. Go to target practice. That's what we got to start doing, man. That's what we got to start doing. Start putting yourself in a position to where everybody ain't going to be a victim by the person that's doing it the wrong way. Not playing this game no more, bro. I'm not going to heaven before my time. I'm not going before my time. I'm going to be here. Keep on playing with these people. Oh, man, look at what happened to us again. Another church shooting. My opinion, the only church shootings should be the ones that's trying to commit the crimes, put them out of their misery first. You first before me. We'll talk about it afterwards. I'll talk to God and ask for forgiveness afterwards. But you was trying to kill yourself anyway. You killed yourself in the back of the church. Let me do you a favor. People is evil, bro. Junk is sickening. It's always the demonic ones. Everybody got to be terrorized because you don't feel some type of way, because you mad because she turned you down, or you mad because they wouldn't let you eat at the lunch table. Now you got a mental disorder. You ain't got no mental disorder. You's a bitch. That's what you are. That's why I hate weak people. I hate these super liberal feminine men. Always in their feelings. Always want you to make them feel good about how they... aggravate me, bro. They aggravate me. They just get up under my skin, man. We still need the Jason Wilson interview. Y'all want me to drop that? All right, I'm gonna try to edit it this weekend because I ain't got nowhere to go. I don't think I got no flight this weekend. You know what I'm trying to do? Let me change the subject to something a little bit better. Got to get that negativity off of us. You know what I'm saying? Where the incense at or something. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Honestly, I'm thinking about, let's get this negative energy off of us, y'all. Prayers up for the families. I'm going to keep y'all informed. I'm thinking about going over to San Diego or going to some place in California and just taking a month. Just taking a month to walk the beach. You know what I'm saying? Just take a month to go and chill and you know me, I'm in love with California right now, in certain parts of California. I'm thinking about going to San Diego and just get in the house, get the 5-bedroom, the 6-bedroom, 10-bathroom mansion with the pool in the back overlooking the water. You spend whatever it is that it's going to spend. You don't worry about the money and just chilling out. That's my vacation. I'm thinking about just going from like September to October, come back when basketball season actually start. You know what I'm saying? Preseason game, I think, is October 16th or 21st or something. Come back then. Let's just disappear for a little bit, y'all. That's what I'm thinking. I've been strongly. I talked to my daughter. I said, "You want to go out to California?" She said, "Dad, I got school." I said, "You right." So I kind of deaded the idea, but good God, I'm really thinking about just heading off, going to a different location. You know what I'm saying? Just bring some equipment with me, be on some creator type of stuff. And then on the afternoons or at the nighttime, you walk the beach. That's what I'm thinking about doing. What y'all thinking about that, bro? Somebody said you was talking greasy about LA a while back. I still talk greasy about LA. LA is a piece of shit. I didn't say LA. I said San Diego. I don't know if you got your listening ears on. I still talk greasy about them doing burnouts and spinouts in crypto arena. I still talk greasy about Oakland. It's still a POS over there. I didn't change my narrative or my perspective. Yes, the state itself is being ran by Gavin Newsom, who was incompetent. Karen Bass is trash. All of the mayors and the legislators and the city council over there in Oakland is garbage. Yes, there are places in California that's trash, But that's not where I'm looking to spend the majority of my time at, if you know what I'm saying. Is LA the only thing that y'all got in California, or is there other places to go to? I still talk nonsense. I'm not really sure what you you know what I'm saying? What you think, that LA is cool just because I want to go over to San Diego? I still talk trash about San Francisco. So ain't nothing changed. We still in there. We still in, yeah, okay, you D-Rading. I'm not D-Rading what? What did I tell y'all in the beginning of this show? When I was first talking about it and I said the ladies versus the guys, what did I tell y'all? It's the Auras, it's the Mabels, it's the Lees, it's the Lees. It's always these dusty niggas that come in here, and this is the stuff that they say on a regular basis. Bro, you don't even have much time left. You need to be spending your time and your life focused on being a good person and trying to enjoy it. All of that hate inside of your heart and twisting words to make yourself feel good about your negative situation, that's not going to help. I told y'all, every single time it's a dusty guy that always want to be the one to get some attention. They are attention starved. Every single time they are attention starved. Every time. I guarantee you, whenever we got to bring somebody to the front of the congregation, it is always going to be a dusty man. I told you in the very beginning of the show. that it was always going to be a feminine man that wants to get your attention every single time. Every time. But it's nothing new. I expected it. I'm just going to bring y'all to the front of the congregation. Every single time I see it, I'm going to just address it, and I'm going to put you on display. I want to put you on the Summer Jam screen so that the ladies can know when you reach out to them in their DMs exactly who to be careful about. Every time. I called it. Every single time. It's always some man that you too old to be this gay. You're too old to be this feminine, bro. Too old. Ain't nobody coming to your little raggedy neighborhood just, oh, I'm in California. No, nigga, you in a pocket that's a piece of shit in California. I'm not looking to stay where you at. I'm looking to stay in a completely different area in a completely different space. Sarge says, good morning, AD. Keep up the pace. You are inspiring us out here. If you can grind, we can grind. Facts. I'm on it. It'll be a mass unaliving and still wouldn't let Trump send in the guard. This is a different situation. E-Rock 2020 says, when the adults are acting like children, what are the children to do? They turn into the same thing that the adults was. Sly White in the building says, AD Jr. with the good hair, I'm dead. Carrington Love Jr. says, yeah, I'm going to lay you down. I got that NBA young boy in me as a conservative Christian. Facts. Jawad says, I love San Diego. Did you? Don't worry. We'll be back out there. Come to Beaumont, California. Never heard of it. What is it like in Beaumont, California? Shout out to my dog, Elevate to the Unknown, says, head over to Newport Beach or up to, I love Newport. I love Newport Beach. Or up to San Jose, Campbell, Los Gatos, and San Fran. California is lovely. I love Newport Beach and the surrounding areas. Yeah, I love Newport Beach too. Not far away from Anaheim. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to you two ladies, including Monique. What up, Monique? What up to all of the ladies? What up to all of my dogs? My fellas out here ready to get this money. Big Homie says that 120K job I told you about. Let me get a round of applause to the bag chasers. If I can't help y'all get no money, then what good am I? I'm not here to just entertain you. I'm trying to help you get that money. He said that $120,000 job I told you about, I start on 9/15. Run it up, big homie. Run it up, big homie. More blessings for you. See, this is what the real ones do. You know what the real ones do? We say more blessings to you because we don't want you to stop right there. The next stop is 240. Next up, 240. Listen, how can I be of service to you, big homie, and helping you to get to that $250,000 a year job? Next stop, 240. We love it when the men win. We love it when the women win. We love it when the community wins. We love it when people are running up that bag. Let me show you how to preserve your wealth. Let me show you how to get a bigger bag. Yo, salute to you. Congratulations. Shout out to all of the chasers continuing to run up a bag. I love it. I love it when people win. I love it when I hear people win. And ain't no hate over here. Car Concierge says best part of Cali is the Central Coast. You need a home in Pebble Beach. Woo! You said Pebble Beach. Congratulations to everybody. Let's get over to the next part of the show. We got to go local. All right? We got to go local. So I got to keep y'all up to date on what's happening. I heard about the Home Depot theft ring. Everybody been sending me the content about the Home Depot theft ring. And so I want to make sure that I bring that to the front of the congregation. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get to it, y'all.
Have just announced a major development in a crime ring. Several people have been arrested in connection with thefts at Home Depot stores across Southern California. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos is live in Camarillo with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
We're going to talk about it in a minute.
Eric, it's incredible. That press conference just wrapping up a few minutes ago, and we understood from the sheriff, from the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, that their task force was responsible for taking down a criminal enterprise that allegedly stole over $10 million of merchandise at multiple different Home Depots in the past couple of years. I want to bring in Sheriff Freihoff. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to the hard work of your task force. Tell us a little bit about this criminal enterprise that you said is unlike any other case you've seen before.
The level of sophistication for this crew is something that we've never seen.
Yeah.
There was over 71 Home Depots hit over 500 times over the past 5-6 months, right? That's over in collective loss over $10 million. We seized $3.7 million worth of property when we did our raids on August 14th. This is unlike anything we've ever seen. Very sophisticated crews. They were stealing daily. They never took a day off. These booster crews never took one single day off. Every single day they hit Ventura County. They would hit all of our stores here in Ventura County to the tune of $6,000 to $10,000 a day that they were stealing from our Home Depots.
And Home Depots in Ventura County and LA County, San Bernardino. I mean, we're seeing images from Home Depot of them stealing stuff as we speak. And like you said, this was a daily operation.
Daily operation from San Luis Obispo south, right? This went all the way to San Diego, Riverside, San Bernardino counties. This crew was relentless in their willingness to steal from all of our businesses and then sell it on either eBay or Amazon or out of their warehouse for just straight cash. It's no different than stealing from the register. They're taking property and then selling it for a reduced rate.
Yeah. Now, we have some images of those folks who were arrested. You brought us out here today to
That dude looks so suspicious. He looks so suspicious. Who does that? Who does that? Who goes in? He said that they didn't take a day off. He said that they never took a day off. He said that they was on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single 71 locations, over 500 times. They was in there stealing. They was in there stealing. Now, I've seen some people do some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be an overnight stocker at Home Depot back when things was a little tighter. You know, I had to get a second job, make sure that everything was okay back in the 09 days, 08, 09. You know what I'm saying? And so you would come in and the store wouldn't be closed when you come in, and obviously you're going to see a person stealing. You can always tell when a person is stealing. And another thing that you can always tell who the loss prevention person is. Loss prevention man always got on a flannel. He always got on a hat, never got a basket, and is always shopping in the real weirdest aisles. Hey, man, what are you doing over here? You ain't got no basket. Usually people that go into Home Depot, they always get the long cart, you know what I'm saying? Because they know what they're looking for. Or they get the basket because they know that they just got to go over to the plumbing aisle. Most people, most guys, most guys that's at Lowe's or Home Depot, they have to make multiple different runs because they always forget something. I got this, but I need the socket set because it's a special attachment that I got to go. They always asking questions inside of the Home Depot, talking to the associates that sometimes, a lot of times, they don't know anything. That's the one thing that older people, you always going to have a job at Lowe's and Home Depot because they need experienced people. You go in there, you talk to the young person they don't know nothing. They don't never know nothing. They always holding their ear. Hey, man, you know where I can go and get A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Let me go ask somebody. I'm gonna go get somebody for you. That's always what they do. You go get that old white man. He can't wait to tell you how it is that you need to go and get the special socket. And listen, I don't think you're gonna have enough power running into that. So what you probably need to do is just listen to me, spend the extra money. You gonna be cheap. Nah, man, I'm gonna just get this. This is gonna work. Okay. Come and see me in about an hour. You go home, you do whatever it is that you think you're gonna do. You was wrong, you gotta go back. You go to the return desk, you come back, you get your credit. Yeah, you was right. Let me get the big one. I see. I told you. I know what I'm saying. You want to get the 474 horsepower snow blower, and that thing is going to make sure that you're throwing the snow all over the place. You're going to want to do your neighbor's yard. It's such a powerful machine. They get excited. They get excited about telling you about all of the different things that you can do with this new machinery. I don't think I've ever been to a hardware store without going at least 3 more times in the same day. You spend more time in the hardware store than you do actually doing whatever the task is that you were supposed to do. Yeah. So you know who out of pocket, you know who the weirdo is because it's a certain way, it's a certain protocol, it's a certain way that you act inside of the home hardware store. You know, you go in there. Well, maybe these young dudes is a little different. I know that y'all don't know what a socket set is. You don't know how to change the air filter on your own heating and cooling. You don't know how to remove a screw. You know, you don't even know how to reset the internet. I know it's a little bit different for the younger people, but it's okay. I'm from a different generation, and so I got the mix of both worlds. And so you see the people that ain't supposed to be doing stuff. Hey, what are you doing? He either a loss prevention person or he a thief. He's either loss prevention or he's a thief. One of the two. Loss prevention or a thief. You walking around like that, you're a thief. All day long. They shouldn't have been able to operate this long.
Announced that you've made these arrests. You've also put forth criminal charges.
All foreigners. Let me just throw that up there. This is why Trump is trying to get y'all out of there. Look at him. David Al's brother-in-law. He brought his sister married a thief. The brother is a thief. The sister married a thief. They got the brother-in-law. They got Al's ex-wife and her brother. The ex-wife. This is a family community. The ex-wife and her boyfriend. He got an ex-wife and her boyfriend. He got a brother-in-law. They got a retail theft crew. Jose, Eber, Edwin. I got into a fight with an Edwin. Not that one, but I got into a fight when I was younger with Edwin. Denny Jose Hernandez Gomez. And get back to your own countries, bro. Get back to your own countries. This ain't nothing but families of thieves. A family of thieves just in there stealing. The ex-wife is stealing. Brother-in-law stealing. Just arrest the whole family. Lock them up, send them to alligator Alcatraz, and get them deported up out of here, bro.
charges. What are we talking about? Who? And there's a ringleader, right? There's a leader of this criminal enterprise.
Yeah, so David All was the fence, right? So he was the lead person that was receiving all the stolen goods from these different booster crews that were delivering it to his either business or to his home, and then he was then selling them out of his business. His ex-wife was also running a similar fencing operation, and his brother-in-law was also then selling things on Amazon and eBay. Very well orchestrated operation, and to the tunes of millions of dollars.
And these were things like dimmers and breakers, things that you and I could have.
You know why they dimmers and breakers? Let me break it to y'all. I told y'all this with the guy that was working with me and that he was stealing, right? You know why they go with dimmers and breakers? They're not going to steal snowblowers. They're not going to steal washing machines. They're not trying to do that. The reason why they go for dimmers and breakers is because they're small items that cost a lot of money. That's what the best thieves go for, smaller items that cost the most money. They're not going for the big item and all of that. They get a whole lot of little items and they just tear that place out the frame. They tear it out the frame. They go get breakers that cost $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 and dimmers that they can go and steal that it's easy for them to throw in their pocket. Thieves go get the basic thieves steal liquor. Professional thieves steal small items that are big ticket. That's why when you go into places, everything be locked up. You got to go get an associate just to get something removed. That's where all of the money is. So most of the time when y'all go on eBay trying to get a deal, you buying stolen parts. Most of the time when you go on Facebook Marketplace and you looking to get the new J's, you're buying stolen shoes. You're buying stolen parts. Most of the time when you go into these places or you go online looking for something, you are buying stolen parts. You're not getting a deal. You're not getting it straight from the manufacturer. You're just anonymously buying stolen goods. That's really all you're buying.
Found and bought online, presumably from this man.
Look at the ticket items. $59 for a light dimmer. $32, $126 for the Eaton 2-pole breakers. Q-line breakers, $82. That's the thing and then you get 10 of them. You getting 10 of them. You go to 5 different stores in your area. You get all 10 of them, and then you go and get the smaller items, and that's how they be able to get it. That's how they running it up. They selling 30 items for $42 a piece, and that's how they able to sustain a lifestyle. That's how they doing it.
Absolutely. You know, these are things that we all need. Switches, dimmers, every use for home. Certainly contractors are buying this in bulk, but if you go on Amazon or you're on eBay and you're like, oh, I need a dimmer switch, I can buy it here. Wow, it's half price. I'm going to buy that. Well, it was all just stolen property that they were selling.
The largest Home Depot theft case in the country, and these suspects brought to justice by your task force here. And we understand a lot of their operation and a lot of their work funded by a state grant.
That's a fact. So the state provided a grant opportunity for all the counties. We applied for one here in Ventura County. We received over $15 million for the sheriff's office to coordinate with other agencies in Ventura County, as well as the DA also received $2 million for a vertical prosecution team. So this case required 50 search warrants. So we needed to have a DA that was dedicated to this team, reviewing all those search warrants so we could bring this case to a culmination. Unfortunately, this grant is running out in about a year and a half from now.
Funding is running out.
We need this grant to be reinstituted so we continue to go after these crews that are causing so much harm in our community.
Understood. All right. Thank you so much, Sheriff, and congratulations to your task force and the hard work that they've been doing. You guys also.
I'm always weirded out at the idea that people are so dumb that they don't put a time limit on when they're supposed to stop. What do you think, that you're going to be able to do this forever? You didn't see the signs. You didn't realize that they started locking stuff up, or they started having more security officers, or people start following you in the store or something like that, or you just got away by the graze of your chinny chin chin one last time, and so you know what, it's time to go ahead and start wrapping this operation up. People never have an exit strategy, or they start to adjust their lifestyle to their criminal activity. They'll buy a car, go get a house. Did y'all hear them? They start seizing their properties and stuff. How long did you think that this was supposed to, like, when criminals do stuff and then they adjust their lifestyle to their criminal behavior? That is so weird to me. That is supposed to be like a one-time thing. That's supposed to be like, oh, you know what? You got away one time. You know what? We did it. That's it. I don't want to be a stain in my community. People just, they did it for 6 months. 71 stores every day. They was working. Just keep on hitting the stores over and over and over and over again. Eventually, they going to have, the people that come in and try to order more parts because, wait a minute. It said that we got 10 in the system. We don't have 10. Where are they at? Like, I would be so paranoid. Yo, they're going to put a tracking device to find out exactly where these items are. They're going to set me up. There is no retirement plan for criminals, all right? Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Anton Thornton in the building says just started making $100 an hour at network operate. Listen, they don't want to know about that. They don't want to know about the type of bags that's available. They keep telling all of our guys, you should only make $40,000, $50,000 a year. That's cool. I know people that make $100, $150 an hour, $200 an hour, $250 an hour. I know people that charge up to $600 an hour for services, and they got some billable hours on your ass. I know people that charge $600 for certain services. Congratulations, Anton. You're doing our name proud. Billy Ray Valentine says, a hug for my baby. Hey, bag check. What's up, Billy Ray Valentine? Yeah. What's up, Billy Ray? A hug to you, too. Shout out to my ladies. Steven says, visit Monterey, Pebble Beach, Carmel by the Sea, Big Sur, California. You won't regret it at all, brother. For real, big money down here right near the water. You won't get any closer. Y'all giving me some ideas. All right, I'm on it. Toon says they look like Raider fans. Facts. Jay Reed. What's up, Jay Reed? My dog says, what up, AD? Salute to the bag chasers. I sent you an email a few weeks back. I need that guidance on preserving my wealth too, bro. Any top tier slots on a Patreon opening up in the future? I can't disclose that publicly. I cannot disclose that publicly, my friend. All right, Jay Reed, we gonna talk. No more excuses. Says, look up Aldebert Ackerman. He did something similar, but was selling the store credit debit cards to people here in Michigan. That's crazy. I don't want to be associated with criminals because criminals always thinking like a criminal. They always trying to figure out how to get out of dinner, paying the bill. Criminals are always stealing. They sizing everything and everybody up. They trying to figure out how they can do a deal. I just don't like being around people that always think like a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Let's pivot over to Chicago really quickly because, we got to always talk about and bring forth Chicago to the front of the congregation. I want to first share this story with you guys about a young man. And the reason that I want to share this story with you guys about this young man is because this is the beginning of a man's villain arc. I, too, at one point was a person that always felt like it's important for me to change the community and I want to be the change that I want to see and we can't all leave the hood and all of this other type of stuff. I too was this young man when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. I too was walking the street. I told y'all that we used to walk the streets of the hood in Detroit and try to advocate for people to do certain things and to get involved and to inform them and to provide services and ask them how it is that we can teach them how to do certain things, whatever. I, too, was canvassing the community when I was younger. All day long, I used to canvass the community when I was younger. I was bushy-eyed, bright-eyed, right here in the city. This is a young man, except for he over here in Chicago. This is what happened to him.
From using his voice to change laws, not only here in the city of Chicago, but the state, to 17-year-old Isaiah Burden being shot multiple times here in this park in West Ridge in what police say was a robbery at the hands of another teenager.
So they're going to stand here to break that silence.
A young voice for change almost silenced in an armed robbery.
He shot him, and then as my son was on the ground, he took the backpack off his body, took his phone away.
It happened last month while the 17-year-old Mather High School student and youth leader, Isaiah Burden, was waiting for a friend at a park near Granville and Hoyne in West Ridge. His father speaking with me over the phone about the near-deadly encounter.
Somebody just came up behind him, blocked him off with a scooter, pulled out a gun, said, "Give me your stuff." He was like, "I'm not giving nothing to you." And the kid kept saying, "Oh, I'm broke. I I need that backpack. I need that phone.
Isaiah then tried to run
I love
away
you
toward
too,
kids
Ashante.
playing soccer nearby.
From what he told me, he said, I'm thinking, oh, if he won't shoot me because I'm in this park surrounded by people and kids.
He was shot 3 times. Chicago police announced.
He was shot 3 times. He was shot 3 times by a person that looked like him, was the same age as him, 17-year-old, right in the city of Chicago. The mayor will sit there and tell you guys that we don't need more police officers. We just need more money. Community youth, activists, prevention, youth services. That boy ran into the park. He was a community activist. He was trying to do the best thing for Chicago. He was trying to mobilize and do the right thing. That's what you do. See, when you're younger, you got more hope for the community. You got more hope for the city. You think that you can change people one person at a time, boots on the ground. And the whole time they plotting to make sure that they rob you, even if you ain't got no money. What could a 17-year-old have? What could a 17-year-old have outside of a phone in his little book bag coming from school? They want your stuff and they gonna shoot you.
Announcing today the arrest of another 17-year-old boy now charged with attempted murder and armed robbery.
We deserve to heal, we deserve to be heard, and we deserve real support.
The attack coming just months after Isaiah gave a speech.
Jay Thomas has something that he wants to say really quickly. Guys, we're going to read this super chat because I've been seeing people jump in the chat saying this. Jay Thomas says, have you guys heard about the mass shooting in Minneapolis? Jay Thomas. Tell us that you late without telling us that you late. I appreciate the super chat. Jay Thomas, tell us that you late without telling us that you late. I want to also highlight Stardust DNA. Stardust DNA says, hey guys, it was a school shooting this morning in Minneapolis. He's giving us updates, guys. Y'all mean good. Y'all are well-intentioned. We thank y'all for informing us, but we definitely covered that in the beginning of the show. The first hour was dedicated to that. Okay, let's continue.
Speech in Springfield in May, pushing for legislation to prohibit AI therapy in Illinois.
We need real people who care for us.
His efforts also backing the youth-led initiative in Chicago this summer against a now failed city curfew ordinance.
Because Isaiah was in the hospital, like they still went to City Hall and they still fought that bill.
I want to see my son grow up. I want to see him live a long life.
Isaiah remains at Northwestern Hospital recovering from multiple surgeries, but his family tells me they're hoping he's out of the hospital soon to continue his advocacy.
This boy is still in the hospital. He's still in the hospital in Chicago. But they will tell you, no. Crime is down, guys. Crime is down. This, for example, just happened today. This was this morning. This morning in Chicago, y'all, in the Inglewood neighborhood.
Welcome back. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability says it is investigating a shooting involving a Chicago police officer.
And so Gabriela Primus has been on the scene there at 58th and Princeton this morning. She's joining us live now with some new details. Good morning, Gabby.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, and the main scene is just down the block from us, 58th and Shields. It's obviously blocked off by police tape here. But here's some recent Skyfox videos, some aerial views of where we are right now, including some earlier vantage points from the ground. Now, COPA released that investigators are responding to an officer-involved shooting in the 5800 block of South Shields, as I said, which is right down the block from us. We have some preliminary info, some new information. The Chicago Fire Department transported 3 officers and 1 civilian to UFC. No word on their conditions. Now, initial tipster reports say that Chicago police responded to a call of shots fired at police with an officer down. Now, that is not confirmed by CPD. And here are also some shots from Skyfox near another scene close by in the Englewood neighborhood where there's police activity, but it's unclear if the incident here is related. The locations are 70th Street in Yale and another scene at the 75th Street entrance to the Dan Ryan Expressway, 70 25th and Dan Ryan is the Skyfox video you should see. A white van is there. Unofficial reports say that that van was the fleeing vehicle from the 7th District where the incident started. Again, there is no official word on that information. Here's what we see in the last hour, though. Activity in the alleyway still here on 58th. Some detectives showing up with vans canvassing the area. I did chat with some neighbors here. One dad shared his experience this morning.
I'm kind of nervous, coming home. I just got off work, and I got my family on the porch, and they nervous, too. So
J.B. Pritzker yesterday, and the conversation that I was having with you guys when he was saying, don't come to Chicago. Trump, don't send no more police officers. Don't send the ATF. Don't send the ABCs. Don't send the DFGs. Don't send the FBIs. Don't send the National Guard. Don't send the military. He said, hey, go talk to the people that was. Do y'all remember that yesterday? When J.B. Pritzker said, go talk to the people sitting on their porch and talk about how safe it is in the community. Word for word, he said, go talk to the people in Chicago and see how safe it is. This man literally, word for word, just said that he got his family on the porch.
I'm kind of nervous, coming home. I just got off work, and I got my family on the porch, and they nervous, too. So
I don't know if y'all know how stressed out this man is. This is a church man right here. This is a church man. This is a family man. How do I know that he's a church man? A suit straight from the Men's Warehouse. That's a fact. Suit, Men's Warehouse. He's probably a youth pastor, He's going through a transformation in his life. He got his glasses on. His colics is missing. He's trying to hold on. Hold on. Because a change is coming. Don't worry about a thing. He's going through a transformation. A lot of guys are going through this when they get to their 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. They start calling you Unc now. What's up, Unc? Wait a minute. I'm only 29. No, your hair say that you 42. What's up, Unc? Hold on. Trying to hold on to what you got. Everything is disappearing. Beard not fully in yet. You don't want to be looking like a mole. A mole man. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Seriously. It's a real thing. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. And so he don't really know what he's going to look like if he shave it all off. They keep calling him like, hey, Unc. No, man. Hey, throw the ball back. No, I'm out here to play basketball. Hey, man, Unc. Every time you go on the court, don't nobody want to pass you the ball because your hair is thinning. So they don't think that you can hoop no more. Been there, done that. You keep on running the full length of the court. They only want you to rebound. Huh? Yeah. Now you the rebound guy. Any points you score, it's going to have to be on putbacks. You keep being open, but they keep driving to the hole. It's because of the stress that's coming along. And the problem in the community, for real, is the fact that us young guys are not supposed to be losing our hair this soon. The problem is that the crime in the community is not what it's supposed to be. What is that? That's you trying to get the ball, but you got one chance to make a shot. You got one chance to make a shot. If you don't make that shot, if they pass you the ball, because you Unc now, they never going to pass you the ball again. They never going to pass you the ball again. They keep telling you to box out. Hey, box out, man. Out. You a defensive specialist now because you Unc now. You're a defensive specialist. You always got to check the best player. They always yelling at you because they blow coverage. Stress the hell out because it's crime in your community. He only 27 years old. He not even supposed to be in this type of space. Coming home, crime in his community in Chicago. Because I'm telling the truth. You know, I'm telling the truth. You're not out there to win no more. You out there to make sure that you get good exercise. It's just another form of cardio. It's another form of cardio for you now. So now you got a decision to make. Do you want to go all the way up to the 45 and up guys? Right? Guys that don't care about anything except for not getting injured and making sure that they get a good run. Or do you want to stay down with the 20-year-olds like you think you are? Because you might be fighting if you're taking out with the 20-year-olds. They always getting into it with each other. You know what I'm saying? They always dribbling. It's always a shooter. It's always somebody that's faster, stronger, can dunk. And you're going to be waiting on next for the next 3 games. You got to sit on the sideline for the next 45 minutes because if y'all lose, you're not going to get back on the court for another 3 games. And then when you get on the court, you're going to have to fight for your next because, hey, man, I had next. No, he was next. No, my man's had next over here. And my man's over there had next. So, and then you got to try to figure out if you want to get into a confrontation. No, man, I had next. I've been waiting for 3 games. All right, who you got, Can I run with you? And when y'all lose, he going to run with his next homeboy that had next right after you anyway. We good. Can I run with you, Who got next? Can I run with you? Nah, you don't want to dress too up because your money is starting to get right. And usually the ones that can hoop the best, they have on some joggers that's cut off at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? They not really fresh. You got on your new Kobe's, you got on your headband to try to hide off, the receding hairline. Every time that they down at the other rim, you at this rim practicing your jump shot. Ain't got enough strength to keep shooting from 3, so you only shoot from the free throw line. You got all inside moves. Keep doing pump fakes. It's time to wrap it up, You stress the hell out. You stress the hell out. It's Chicago. It's because you're in Chicago. But everybody in Chicago is really not happy. They not happy with what's going on in the city. They want the National Guard.
We are being targeted because of what and who we represent.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
I'm willing to go to Chicago, which is a big trouble, but we have a governor that refuses to admit he has problems.
It's unbelievable, right? Illinois state and local leaders fight to keep the National Guard out of Chicago. They say crime going down. But here are nearly 3 dozen shootings in Chicago last weekend alone. 6 of them are fatal. Take a look at this. We'll slowly pan over. And petrified residents say they have had enough.
This was the weekend, y'all. These are the shootings over the weekend, and they keep trying to tell you guys that the crime is not happening in Chicago on Friday at 7 p.m. And it only starts at night. 7 p.m., 10:15 p.m., 11:15 p.m., 10 p.m., 10:55 p.m., Saturday, 12:15 a.m., 1 a.m., 2:45 a.m., 5:19 a.m., 9:12 a.m., 7:13 a.m., 12:50 p.m., 7:54 p.m. Y'all only get a lunch break. The lunch break is usually from 1 to 5. 1 to 5 p.m. on the weekends is when the criminals give y'all a lunch break. They go get their Panera, and then they get back to criminal activity at 11:16 p.m. and 10:59 p.m. And it goes all the way over to 1:42 a.m. on Sunday, 12:25 a.m., 1:46 a.m., 2:59 a.m., 1:17 p.m. Look at that. Between 1 and 4, they took a break. 4:43, 9:42, 6:30, 11:48. They just was shooting. They just shooting in Chicago. 5-year-old got hit with a drive-by bullet. 17-year-old boy shot. 1 killer and another one hurt over there on Sunday. They over there killing. They killing in Chicago. They not messing around. They over there eliminating everybody. Everybody can get it. Grandma can get it. Your nephew can get it. Your niece can get it. Unc can get it. Everybody can get it. Don't go outside, and you got a break between 1 and 4 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the killing season. It's the purge. It's the purge in Chicago. Every single day, every single weekend. They said 19 people got shot in Nashville last weekend. 19 people got. What city is doing this? They got a timeline. It had to stretch the whole screen. The timeline of shootings in Chicago. You can't debate this. You can't debate this. And this is according to statistics from the Chicago Police Department. Fat Prisker is over there talking about, hey, just walk the streets and see how safe it is. And we don't got to. We looking at the timeline. You ain't about to get me killed. That's The Purge. That is literally the movie The Purge. Oh, man. Oh, my God, bro. It's crazy in the city of the Chi. It's crazy in the Windy City. You see that? They don't sleep. They killing at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 7:13 a.m. Who you killing at 7:13 a.m.? Ain't nothing open. On a Saturday, the corner store ain't even open at 7:13. Nigga, who killing at 7:13 in the morning? 2:59 a.m. on a Sunday. Didn't the clubs close at 2 o'clock? 1:46. Jesus. This is crazy, bro. And then they want to sit there and act like this is normal. This ain't normal, bro. This is not normal. This is so abnormal. This is so abnormal. This ain't right. This don't make sense. That ain't supposed to be average. But the crime ain't normal. It's not supposed to be normalized. We've been living with crime for so long. We've been under the thumb for so long that we have concluded that this is normal, that this is supposed to be regular for us. The way that people are growing up, the way that people have grown up in the inner cities, in these blue cities for my entire lifetime, before I was born, is crazy. You telling me since the early 1980s that we have not been able to solve a crime in the community, and y'all keep on telling us that crime is now? Well, then that means that crime was supposed to be all the way wiped out if it kept going down every year. Crime was supposed to be wiped out if it kept going down every year, right? The only time that the hood got a reprieve, the only time that somebody got an extension on their life is when they wanted to get COVID. When they shut everything down for COVID, the killers was like, shit. The killers was upset. The killers were unemployed. That's the only time that people start breathing. I had to relegate them in the house with their baby mamas. Jesus. Ain't had a break. Ain't had a break. In 43 years, we ain't had a break. Just killing. Thousands, millions of people just dead. Every day, dead. The only person that's thriving in Chicago is politicians and funeral homes. That's the only people that's getting money in Chicago. Listen, if you want to go get some money, go open up a funeral home in Chicago. Go be a coroner. They stay busy. The funeral home is like the club now in Chicago. We know it's going to be packed. We know it's going to be packed in here tonight. Every weekend, as soon as it warm up, funeral director be like, we on, we up. That's Black Friday in Chicago. We up. funeral directors, yo, you see the politicians, they said they don't want no Trump. They don't want no National Guard here. We good. We good over here in Chicago. We straight. We straight. We good. Running it up. Having a club party. Y'all sitting right next to each other. Okay, so we gonna put John over here in room A. We gonna get the family over here for Mick in room B. And who else? Trey. We gonna get him in room C. Back to back. They all know each other. All of their families know each other. Reoccurring funerals for family members for the same families that keep on showing up. GoFundMe, fish fry. We know what it is. And it's unfortunate. They all know each other. But Black Lives Matters. Hold on. Where's Al Sharpton and them at? Where's Sharp and them? Where Ben Crump and them? Where Jasmine Crockett and Angela Rye and Charlemagne the God and Umar Johnson? Why they don't speak on these issues? How come nobody is having a conversation about what's happening in Chicago and Oakland? Where's our leaders? Where the pro-black leaders? The fists, the red, the black, and the green. With the key, sissies. Where's all of the leaders at? How come nobody is on the ground? Boots on the ground. Oh, I know what it is. It's going to take a white person to kill a black person mistakenly, and then they're going to blame it on all white people, and then they're going to march in Chicago, and they're going to paint the streets black. Paint the streets black. We want justice. Y'all just had 19 shootings and killings over the last weekend. How come don't nobody want no justice? Y'all don't want justice? Y'all don't want justice? How come don't nobody want justice? There's no white people to hold accountable right now? Listen. Let me tell y'all something, white people. They hunting for y'all. They coming for y'all. White people, they looking for you to make a wrong punch, for you to trip over and fall on a black person's toy. They got to have somebody to distract it from what's going on in their own communities. White people, stay in the house. Don't even come outside right now. Take your kids to school. Keep out of the loop. Don't even participate in what's going on. Don't try to help nobody. Don't protest. Don't do nothing. White people, white cops, don't respond to black crimes. Stay out of the community. Get you a desk job. Go on FMLA. Go take a PTO day. Go chill. They ain't no white people right now. They ain't had a white person since the white cop punched in the car, and they was able to blame it on that. And then everybody jumped on it. Umar Johnson, look at the white man. Look at the white man. White people, they want y'all to forgive them another reason to protest, to paint the streets black and yellow. They not mad at each other. Nobody is pissed in the black community about what's happening in the black community. Nobody cares. Nobody is tripping, right? Oh, this is just normal. Mick killed another nigga. That's just another nigga. Let you walk in. What's up, my nigga? Oh, I can't believe it. Get him on the phone. Make her go viral. She said, what's up, my nigga? Oh, no, I can't believe it. What the fuck is going on? There's so much racism in this country. It's sickening. It's Trump's fault. Fascist, authoritarianism. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. We want reparations right now. But y'all not even kicking. Y'all ain't even flinching. You ain't even blinked. You ain't even blinked. They over there on murder town, murder spree, serial killers. These are mass shootings that's happening in Chicago, and nobody is tripping. Just keep on going to the dollar store. Keep on going to the check cashing place. Keep on going to get you a scratch-off ticket. Nobody tripping. Nobody cares. As long as we kill each other, it's cool. It's cool. Man, this is just, it's the system's fault. The system is making y'all kill each other. You know what? It's just an underserved community. I can't believe that y'all trying to come in and gentrify what's happening in here. It's the system's fault. It's the politicians' fault. Well, your local politicians is black, but it's above them. You know, Look, this is the black people. Who bringing in the guns? Huh? Who bringing in the guns? Oh my God, Anton, I can't believe you said that. You a coon. You just a bootlicker for pointing out that we shouldn't be killing each other inside of our communities. Yeah, you a bootlicker. Why you ain't got nothing to say about the white person in Appalachia? I go, why you keep killing each other in your own community? See, I don't like that shit. You just against black people. Okay. Then you just look at him. Okay, what you want me to do? You want me to argue with you? It's another killing that's happening right down the street if you want to go in and touch it. No, I don't care about that killing. I care about what you said. Okay. All right. Well, I always know how to get them off of me. Just go back to talking about relationships. Black women don't like black men. Coffee dates. Black men don't like black women. They only want to go overseas and go and get their passports. That's how we distract you from all of the killing us in the neighborhood. Yo, you only make $40,000 a year. You can't take care of a family. What do you want to do? You want to go 50-50? That's okay. All right, so cool. We're going to get them off of our back for a couple weeks. We're going to talk about going 50-50. We're going to talk about coffee dates. We're going to talk about high-value men. We're going to talk about women that don't qualify and single mothers. And we can go ahead and distract the black community. Y'all can go ahead and keep killing each other. Cool. No? No, y'all want to talk about that? Not right now? Too many killings? Okay. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. What you want me to do? What you want me to say? Make sure you subscribe to the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. James Smith says same thing happened to that young brother in Philly, the voice of the youth. They got shot, killed him for his chain a few months back. Jay Thomas says, I'm late, just tuning in on my lunch break now. Shout out to Jay Thomas. I appreciate you, big dog. Alex Oubre, my dog, says elite basketball knowledge as always. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, why you ain't pass the ball? Hey, listen, and here's the thing, Alex. If you make one, like if let's say you took it on your, you know what? Fuck this. I got a mismatch. I'm taking this shit. And you make it. First, they be mad. They be about to yell at you. Good shot, my nigga. Good shot. Yo. Now, why you? Point game. Good shot. Let's keep running. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. It's just about to yell at you when you made the shot. No, why you shoot that? All right, good game. All right, y'all see that? That's how they do it. Alex. About to get mad at you for shooting a shot. It's the truth. Yo. James says, I want Anton Daniels to debate the mayor of Chicago to show the people how incompetent he is and laughing stock on live TV, Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Yo, listen, he would never show up. They don't even respond to me when I reach out to their office. I think I got enough visibility and clout to be able to reach out. They don't want to respond to me though. Nichelle says, Ton, you ever wonder if Governor Mohawk and Governor Moore actually do want Trump to bring in the National Guard to their cities, but don't want to offend their liberal base? Now you're thinking, Nichelle, especially since they will both not shut up about how wrong Trump is. You are 100% accurate. I believe that they want the National Guard because they have no clue on how to fix their city. I think you accurate. Look at DC's result. I can't believe people are arguing semantics about lives being saved. The DC mayor is actually relieved. DC mayor is actually relieved. Carrington Love Jr. says, you've been on a great, my love, for about 5 to 8 minutes, bro. Listen, bro, I got to get it in. Lil Brando says, or Il Brando says, I seen a post this morning of a rapper named Vic Mensa trying to convince people that crime in Chicago is down. What is wrong with the people in Chicago? Yeah, Vic is from there, though. He's from there. 392Q says the average salary of a corner in Chicago is $94,000 a year. Sheesh. Better than a corner store. Keelan Murray says it's official. ADU, my number one YouTuber. I watch daily and my favorite comedian. Keep it going. I'm on it, Keelan. Listen, the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to consistently give y'all this content. Carrington Love Jr. says, I've been told white cops to stop running them N-words down. Shout out to Carrington. Squad, what up to the Genkai squad? Genkai squad. What are your thoughts on Raha Jackson? I don't know. He's an idiot. And people do anything for content. And it's probably going to come back to bite him, and he probably going to go to jail. Louis McCaskill says, I'm 42 and I've been able to delay UNC treatment from my 27 nieces and nephews, AD, by staying fit as a fitness coach and a natural bodybuilder. That's dope. I like being UNC, though. I like it. Can be Angel Reese, and once you turn UNC OG bricks, 27 rebounds, 0 attempts at the basket, 1 putback. Need to follow El Salvador's example for Omega Prislin says, all in Daphne. I don't think that that's a bad idea. Smooth Cut Production says, have you spoke on Gavin Newsom trying his best to be mini Trump now? Missed a few shows lately. I've been covering everything Smooth Cut Productions. There is nothing that is going on that I'm not aware of mostly, I'm going to say mostly, that I'm not aware of in these streets. Well, Brandon Johnson surprisingly was pressed. And I was talking about this yesterday, but I want to bring it to y'all attention because I know some of y'all that don't follow me on every platform like you're supposed to. But Brandon Johnson was actually being pressed by the people on the Morning Joe on MSNBC. I said, what? No way. No way was they actually holding Brandon Johnson accountable for his questions. And I want to skip through all of the BS and I want to go straight to when they started asking him questions about bringing Trump in.
Conflict in the movie, health, police, government, or just in the time.
Would you also
the calling for this president in the federal government has literally declared war on poor people? I remember a time when presidents declared war on poverty. The federal government has a moral responsibility to do unto the least of these.
Mixing Bible scriptures in with politics is diabolical. And how did that work out for all of the presidents that supposedly declared war on poverty? All of the money was filtered into all of the friends that was put into place to take advantage of it. I know how the system works, but let's get to Brandon Johnson and what they was pressing him on, y'all.
And that's what we're doing in the city of Chicago.
So let me ask you, Mr. Mayor, those all sound like great programs. I'm curious, would you also like to get federal funding to help put 5,000 more cops on the street in Chicago? Would that help drive down crime?
Well, look, policing by itself is not the full strategy.
No, I understand that. You've talked about the other things you want, and I said those are good and important programs, but I'm asking also, would 5,000 more police officers on the street in Chicago be helpful to go along with all of those social programs that a lot of cities are engaging in and having success with?
Well, look, here's the best way I can put it, Joe, is that in the 90s when I was in high school, we had 3,000 more police officers and we had 900 people being murdered.
Now, I want y'all to watch. I want y'all to count. That's the second time. The second time they asked the same question, okay? Let's continue. We had 2.
Every single year in Chicago. It's just not policing alone. Of course, we want more detectives.
I know it's not policing alone, but I know it's not policing alone. You've told me everything else you want. I'm curious, and this does come down to...
Now remember, this is MSNBC. This is not Fox News. This is not Sky News. This isn't News Nation. This isn't a Republican or conservative platform. This is MSNBC. It doesn't get any more liberal and agenda filled than MSNBC. All right.
An ideological difference between people. Do you believe that the streets of Chicago would be safer if there were more uniformed police officers on the streets of Chicago?
I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if we actually had, affordable housing. Look,
okay,
I'm not saying that
that's not the question I asked. My question is, and I just need a yes or a no, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got all of those other extraordinary programs put back into place, which do have a history of being successful, if that's complemented by having 5,000 more cops on the streets of Chicago?
I don't believe that we should narrow it down to just police officers, Joe, is what I'm saying. That is an antiquated approach. I'm saying we've invested in detectives.
Mr. Mayor, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm agreeing with you that all of these other social programs are extraordinarily important. I just need a yes or a no, and then this will be the last time I ask. If you get all of those other social programs that 800 million that New York City does, Los Angeles, other people do with great success, would an additional 5,000 cops on the streets in Chicago help complement those programs to make Chicago safer?
Look, we are working hard to make sure.
I would absolutely just cut the feed right then and there. I would absolutely, positively cut the feed right then and there. You know what? This is politics. This is why people hate politicians, and this is one of the reasons why people love Trump. This is why people love Trump, and this is why people hate other regular politicians, is because people that have a lifetime of getting paid by taxpayers to do whatever it is that they're supposed to do have developed the uncanny ability to do word salad at an unprecedented rate. It's just the truth. People that get paid by public tax dollars, his entire career is all based off of getting paid by people that donate their tax dollars to the local and the federal government. Teacher, politician, state committee, whatever it is that he's done. And this is the difference between Trump and them. Trump directly will tell you, listen, it's a shit show over there. Yo, I don't like J.B. Pritzker, and he's doing a bad job over in Illinois. No burning the flag or you going to go to jail for a year. I don't necessarily care for the way that China is doing business. Brandon Johnson is an idiot, and he's incompetent, and he doesn't know how to run a city correctly. J.B. Pritzker is fake. Gavin Newsom wants to run for president. Kamala Harris is trash. Yo, this is what's happening in the streets. They got too many murders. We send it in the National Guard. You're not going to evade stuff. We're going to arrest you, and we're going to deport you. We're going to send you to your own country, and we giving you an opportunity to get out of here. Trump, honestly, he just say whatever it is that's on his mind. I've been saying this since 2016. And one thing that you can't say about Trump, regardless of whether you agree with him or you disagree with him, is you can't say that he's not a straight shooter and he just straight up tell you what it is. I hate politicians speak. I hate politicians speak. I can't stand it. Why can't people, as smart as he say that he is, right? You answer the question and then you add the context. I tell people this all the time. Answer the question, add the context. Yes, okay, and this is why I believe so. No, and this is the additional context that goes along with it. When people can't answer the question, it pisses me off. Because it's like you insulting my intelligence. You trying to make it seem like that I'm stupid and that you're smarter than me, and that I didn't ask the question that I just asked. You trying to give me the runaround so I'll forget what it is that we was talking about. People like that piss me off. You can't, when Morning Joe asks you 5 times the same question, listen, I agree with all of your community programs. I know you guys are begging for $800 million. Would you like to have 5,000 more police officers on the streets? And would that actually do a better job to assist you in the additional programs that you got going on in order to make sure that you keep Chicago safe and you do go with the preservation of life, especially in the predominantly black communities. How would this help you? Do you want it? Don't you want it? Look, it's not just policing, all right? We have to have community program. Man, shut the man, dog. Did I just not ask you what I thought that I asked you or what?
Sure that our police department is fully supported. I don't believe that just simply putting out an arbitrary number around police officers is the answer. What I'm saying is policing and affordable housing. It's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's policing and youth employment. It's a full package. Of course, we want to make sure that our police department is fully supported. That's why I've invested in our Detectives Bureau, because what we have seen in the city of Chicago, when we solve crime, it acts and serves as a deterrent. It's policing and all of the other efforts that we're doing. Here's the last thing that I'll say to that. The federal government could work stronger to coordinate with my police department to get guns off the streets of Chicago. We've seen these coordination efforts work. Just a couple of weeks ago, the ATF working with my police department, we removed over 150 guns off the streets of Chicago that were trafficked in through Mississippi and Indiana. No one is saying that police officers don't play an incredible role in driving safety. They play an absolute pivotal role in that. But we have asked law enforcement to do too much. Police officers are being asked to be social workers, counselors. What I'm simply saying is, if we're going to build safe and affordable cities across America, the one thing that safe communities all have in common, they invest in people. We have a poverty issue in the city of Chicago and cities across America. Police officers alone will not put food on the table. Police officers alone will not guarantee a high quality education. Police officers alone won't drive down unemployment. We need all of it. The President of the United States of America and the federal government could restore Medicaid. They could restore SNAP. They could.
I'm so, y'all don't get tired of hearing this same word salad and all of these talking points. SNAP is not removed. SNAP was cut because you don't need as many people buying junk food with the benefits, and it's a lot of people that actually didn't qualify for it that was getting it. I just can't, bro. Do y'all know what all of these government programs are? It's a cancer on the black community. It's a cancer on the inner city. It's a cancer on the white community. It's a cancer on American culture. It's a handicap to keep you tied to the government. That's all it is. It's a handicap to keep you tied to the federal government, bro.
Stop defunding our public education system. Here's the most important point here. Justice Brandeis, over 100 years ago, the first Jewish American to sit on the Supreme Court, he said that we could either have a democracy or wealth in the hands of the concentrated few. He said, but we cannot have both. We are fighting for our democracy. And
what does this have to do with police officers on the street? The ability to redirect the conversation is crazy. What does this have to do with what Morning Joe asked? Yo, do y'all need more police officers or not? What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
in our humanity right now. This president's nescience of the Constitution.
I'm done. Did he just say nescience? Did he really set that word in there because he wanted to get that off? Did he really just say this president's nescience? Did he mean to say something different, or is that a real word? Is it negligence, nescience? Did he just say this?
Our humanity right now. This president's nescience of the Constitution.
Somebody in the chat, look up nescience. I don't even know how to spell that shit. Nescience is the lack of knowledge or awareness, essentially meaning ignorance. It can also refer to a state of agnosticism or uncertainty about claims to ultimate knowledge. So it's the lack of knowledge about the Constitution. That's what he's basically saying. Ignorance, unknowingness, nescience. New word. I know his wife be sick of this nigga talking. So you're questioning and you're saying that I'm nescient? Is that what you're saying? You're saying that I'm nescient? No, because I heard what you said. Miss Johnson, you're saying that I'm nescient.
Will leave irrevocable harm on posterity.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. What is this nigga talking about, bro?
Constitution right now. This president's nescience of the Constitution will leave irrevocable harm on posterity. That's why, as mayor of the city of Chicago,
Imagine going on a coffee date with this nigga. Good God. Now I see why women are saying no coffee dates. Irrevocable is not the word. Posterity and relevance to this. Yo, maybe I'm just off. Maybe I'm just too slow and a C student, too much to be able to participate in this conversation. I just can't, bro. I can't. Anyways, that's Mayor Johnson on the latest updates, even on MSNBC. That is his thoughts on whether or not Trump should send more money, troops, police officers, whatever. Make sure y'all tap into and just remember, they're down over 2,000 police officers also. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Olin in the building says, lived in Chicago from 84 to 94, 85 to 94. It was bad then. You are right. When has crime ever been low in that city? Gatling's Chapel Funeral Home has a drive-through. What? So many people get killed there. It's pitiful. Really? Gersh says it don't matter how many police you put on the street if they are handicapped by liberal policies. That matters also. But see, that's why Trump did away executive order about the Nobel system. His word salad was Jedi strong. Facts. Billy, what up? Billy says not worried about black people, too busy surviving. Facts. I got you. White people trying to figure out how to get to the bag too. Christopher Mayberry says he sound like the dark-skinned version of T.I. Big Quan says it's giving Mayor Brandon Johnson trying to steal money, bro. All hail Trump, #MAGA. Man, something is going on over there in Chicago. Johnny V says, bro didn't even look comfortable saying that word. This is like T.I. saying expeditiously. I think T.I. got rid of that word, didn't he? Real quick, before we jump into AI, because I want to get into AI a little bit. I got a couple stories that I want to cover with AI. I know some people is excited about that. Anton, you about to cover AI? I want to get into this. I want to know what y'all thoughts are about this. All right. So the Trump administration is saying that they want to institute the death penalty. They want to make sure that they implement and bring back the death penalty to anybody killing anybody in Washington, D.C. To anybody that kills anybody in the Capitol, they want to give them capital punishment. That's what he said. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I want to spend 10 minutes on this, and I want to get y'all thoughts.
President Trump holding his 7th cabinet meeting of his second term yesterday, where he called for the return of the death penalty in the nation's capital. This as D.C. sees its first homicide in nearly 2 weeks.
Lucas Tomlinson live in D.C. with the details. Hey, Lucas. Well, good early morning, Ashley and Todd. That shooting took place early Tuesday morning after midnight when an adult male was found unconscious but breathing in Anacostia off Minnesota Avenue in southeast D.C. He later died in the hospital, marking D.C.'s first homicide in nearly 2 weeks, bringing the total to 102 for the year. D.C. has a higher murder rate than Chicago, and during yesterday's marathon cabinet meeting that stretched for more than 3 hours, guys, President Trump says he wants to bring back the death penalty for anyone convicted of murder in the nation's capital.
You see how pissed Trump is that it was one murder since they upped the police and they upped the National Guard and they decided that they wanted to start cracking down on crime and homelessness. See how pissed he is about one murder since then? That's how we should be inside of our communities. One person dies. One person gets shot. One baby get put into the hospital. One stray bullet go through a truck. One person get their car stole. One person rips off the gas station. One person robs somebody. One person carjacking. People should be outraged. Outraged. People in the community, that's how it should be. It should be that if you hear about somebody getting murdered, then the community should be outraged. It should not be normalized that people feel comfortable committing crimes inside of y'all community and y'all just like, oh well.
If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty. And that's a very strong preventative. And everybody that's heard it agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it in this country, but where you have it, it is. We have no choice.
The White House says there's been over 1,000 arrests this month since President Trump ordered those reinforcements to help D.C.'s police force, which is 800 cops short. Here's Janine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney for D.C., on the recent bust, including 12 people from around the U.S. connected to a drug trafficking ring. You can see the weapons there on the table.
This is part of our cleaning up the district and the nation's capital. And although it didn't happen in one night, these arrests, all 12 of them, and the seizure of all these weapons indicate the seriousness of crime that is occurring in our community.
Now, over 2,300 National Guardsmen and federal agents have been scouring the city for most of the month, despite Congress being on recess. Trump says Republican House and Senate leaders are working on a new legislation to fight crime. Posting last night, Speaker Mike Johnson and Leader John Thune are working with me and other Republicans on a comprehensive crime bill. It's what our country needs, and now more to follow. Make America great again.
So let's stop there for a second, all right? Again, Trump says that they are continuously working feverishly, not only on tariffs. I know that they doubled tariffs in India. Canada recently talked about how they just got rid of their reciprocal tariffs and they caved in. People don't want to continue to give Trump credit. He's everywhere and everything at one time. He's everywhere and he's here fighting crime on American soil. You didn't see Biden. We never heard from Kamala Harris. We never seen them trying to stop wars. We never seen them negotiating with Russia and Ukraine. We never seen them trying to stop what's going on over there in Iran. We ain't even heard about Iran. Iran is quiet as a church mouse. We haven't heard anything from Iran since they shut down the nuclear program over there and they bombed everything. Ain't heard a peep from them. They've been quiet, trying to figure it out, ceasefires, deals, all kind of stuff. Ain't heard nothing about it. But now he said that they're working on a new crime bill, comprehensive crime bill. Uh-oh. Whenever they say crime bill, you know, black people get a little bit upset. Man, I don't like the 94 crime bill when Bill Clinton was in office because it locked up all of the black people and it started giving them heavy penalty for drug crimes. That's what they say. You know, the minute that they say they're working on a comprehensive, that means that it's going to be detailed, that it's going to be a lot to it, that the penalties are going to be stiffer, that they're going to start holding people that commit violent crime inside of y'all community accountable. Now, I know it's going to be a march. I know it's going to be a march. I know that y'all already are in the lab working on, you know what? You know what? Got your markers out. Went to Joann's. Got your etch-a-sketches out. You're already marking up your signs. You're setting them in the basement. You're preparing so you can just grab them and run right out the house as soon as somebody get arrested that did a violent crime. I don't like it. Free Jamal. Free Jamal. Free Jamal. Free. Well, didn't Jamal just kill somebody? Yeah, but Jamal been locked up for 10 years now. He served his crime. He did his time. And we need him home on house arrest. Free Jamal. Free Jamal. So we know that y'all got y'all signs together. We know that you don't want the crime bills. Y'all hear crime bill, them two words together. No, what the fuck, a crime bill? Crime bill. Y'all don't want the crime bill. So let me ask you a question, and this question is directly posed to you that's watching this right now, whether you're restreaming it, whether you're chatting live, or whether you're going to look at this on a clip. How do you feel about people that murder people in the capital of D.C. is what he says specifically, getting the death penalty? I know that that is a touchy subject because all Christians want people to live forever, no matter how many people that they killed. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right to take a life. Well, what about the 27 lives that they took? Hey, we're Christians. We have to turn the other cheek and we should look to release them. It's about rehabilitation. It is not about taking life. It's about rehabilitation. So I know that you guys are absolutely adamant in most instances, unless it got something to do with somebody that's close to you. Now, let it be somebody close to you. Oh, you want street justice. You don't even want it to go to the police. Take me to jail. I want to kill him. Y'all in the court. He getting sentenced. Your baby daddy is jumping over the pews to come and get it. Fuck that, nigga. Go. Ah! Jump over the sheriff so you can try to get a punch in. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe it. He don't show no remorse. I know you want to jump over there. I know you want to get to him. I know you want to get to him. I know that you got to make sure that you make a scene because it was my daughter. I loved my stepson so much. So it's somebody that's close to you, then you want everybody to die. You want the mama to die that raised him. You want his daddy to die that didn't raise him. You want his auntie gone. You want the driver, the getaway driver gone. You want the death penalty. You are the death penalty for everything. You the death penalty. You the death penalty. Why? I can't be able to sleep. Why? Why? Oh, God. Come on to church, Sister Mabel. Come on to church, Sister Mabel. Let the Lord have it. Let the Lord have his way. Let the Lord have his way. Let the Lord have his way. Joy cometh in the morning. Joy cometh in the morning. You don't want to hear that shit. You want blood. You want blood. I want mine in blood. Like Nas said, I'm taking it in blood. How do y'all feel take me to the king? How do y'all feel about the death penalty for people that commit capital murder? I'm looking in the chat. AD gets some help. What do I gotta get help from? I just be looking at y'all falling out. I see y'all. I've seen too much. I've seen too much in his life. How do y'all feel about the death penalty? Taking the Blood was one of your favorite 9 songs. Regulate. Braveheart. Live for this. Some of y'all ain't live at all. Y'all don't know about that. That's the ad-libs before he started going off Nas. Take me to the king. Y'all said Fire and Wall. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Lord, take me now. Old Testament. Sad truth. They did a number on y'all. I'm sorry, but older black people seem to never care about what was lottery. God preacher. I was born by the river. We know it's over. Street Dreams was dope. I want to live. Anton, you crack me up. I love it. But you're serious too, always putting out the facts. Ephesians, reliving the death penalty does not eliminate you from salvation. Receiving the death penalty does not eliminate you from salvation. Somebody said it's just too many innocent people on death row. I don't know about we, but some of us shall overcome. It's a hard debate because God says eye for an eye, yet forgive. So where is the line drawn? Separation of church and state. So is it to the people? I don't know. Such a hard debate. Bridge over troubled waters. I do think that they should be given an opportunity to repent first. I don't agree with playing God, but I'm not opposed to the death penalty returning. Murders will definitely go down and people will start snitching without the fear of retaliation from the killer. Leave the singing and the oppression songs to the lefties. No more Negro spirituals, death row. No death penalty, says K. Cooper. Interesting. Y'all all over. I don't think that y'all comfortable with it yet. Maybe Trump was right. Trump has said it. Trump just said it. He said that he don't think that people are comfortable with it, but they got to do a comprehensive crime bill. Trump said he don't know if people is ready. That's literally word for word what he said. He said he don't think that people is ready for that yet.
Here, D.C. has a higher murder rate than Shores got her in
the Capitol. If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty. And that's a very strong preventative. And everybody that's heard it agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it.
He said, I don't know if we ready for that conversation yet. I don't know if we ready for it. You ain't got no work done, Kenyatta. You ain't got no work done at work. That's okay. This is the Millionaire Morning Show. That's why you got to do all your work, as much as you work before we start the live stream. And then you got to do as much as you can before you leave. And that way you can just hurry up and get out of the office. That means you had a good day at work. That means you had a good day at work. If you can do as much as you possibly, because y'all don't do but about 3 hours of work anyway for the day, and then you go to lunch, and then you take in the Millionaire Morning Show, and then we get it popping. If you could get 3 hours of work done, you're a winner. You got to work your butt off, though. Get work off in the beginning. Anton comes on, get y'all through y'all lunch, get y'all through y'all day. By the time that the live stream is over, you only got an hour and a half more work. You grind, you hustle, you get up out of here. It's a great method. It's a great method. I'm ready for it. I think that there's some people that are absolutely monsters and they evil, and I think that they need to be eliminated, and I don't think anything that's going to come from it, and I don't think that they're ever going to actually be productive citizens in our country. And why should we feed them for the rest of their life? And then they outlive you. They outlive the victims' relatives, and then they still be telling their story. They get interviews. They get famous. They still having sex in prison. They jerking off. They got man boys as they boyfriends. Why should they be able to just live? They doing running thons. They get iPads inside of prison. They get down for good behavior. They get to look forward to possibly getting paroled if they take a plea deal, so that the prosecution don't have to go through proving that these people are actually criminals. Why should they be able to just have fun and then they be living till like 90 years old? They be dying of good old age. They get snacks inside of their commissary. And all they got to do is, you know what? I didn't mean for him to die. I was a young man back then. I didn't know. But I'm different now. Crazy, bro. Crazy. They be doing TikToks. They be making meals. They do push-ups. They get in good shape. They got pen pals. Crazy. So I don't know if people is ready for that conversation yet, but it is something that I think that we want to talk about. Let's get into this AI conversation before I read the rest of the super chats. Let me pivot for a second. I'm going to go right into it. So we got a couple different things that we want to cover from AI, but we're going to cover it all in the same segment. All right. It's a couple different things that we want to cover from AI. So the first thing is we're going to talk about Will Smith. Everybody is pissed at Will. I think that Will has just completely fallen from grace, especially since I started playing what he was sounding like on his raps. I think Will Smith is lost. The only way that Will Smith can salvage his reputation for the future, and you can't take all of the good things that he's done away, all right? But the only way that Will Smith can salvage his career and his future is by just making good movies. It's all about making good movies for Will Smith at this point, honestly. It's about making good movies. It's not about anything else. That's the only way that Will Smith can salvage his career, is by making good movies. And guess what Will Smith is under fire for? Using AI content to help fake what the crowd is like and what the crowd concert footage is like on his tour. Let me look at how many records Will Smith sold of his life. When did Will Smith drop? Album release date. Will Smith dropped an album called Based on a True Story on March 28, 2025. Marked his first full-length album in 20 years. Okay. Will Smith, Based on a True Story, sales. Will Smith, Based on a True Story, sales. All right. Let's go into deep dive into that. So Will Smith's new album, Based on a True Story, has experienced significantly low sales, marking a commercial failure for the artist's comeback. The album failed to chart on the Billboard 200 in the US, and in the UK, it only sold 268 physical copies, while it did reach number 79 on the UK album downloads. This was due to only 36 digital downloads, according to Wikipedia. Flopped. If you include streaming, no thank you. Total is only 14,500, including all of his pre-sales of the total copies streamed and or sold in the first week. Well, that's 14,000 copies. I think I could sell more than 14,000 copies myself. I think I could sell more than. So they're saying that it's a commercial failure. That's what they're saying. I'm going to listen to the album tonight. All right. After I get done working with my dog, Charleston White, I'm going to listen to the album tonight. Somebody says, do you think that Jada ruined Will? Yes and no. I do think that Jada. Let me say this. Let me say this about Will Smith before we get into his AI faking content. I think that Jada's a man's ability. I say this all the time, that a man's ability to choose the right people around him, in which the most important decision that he's ever going to make in his entire life is the person that he decides to have kids with, lay next to, and associate himself with. Him choosing Jada Pinkett was probably one of the worst decisions of his life. His kids is weird. Willow is weird. The other one is weird. They all weird. I think that the whole sexual deviancy, opening themselves up to multiple different people, all of it just came in and just kicked his ass. And eventually it all just went downhill from there. Chris Rock didn't ruin him. He ruined himself because he associated himself with the wrong people. Jaden and Willow is weird. I seen a post from her the other day and she was talking some weird stuff. I'm like, look at these people, bro. What a fall. And now it's come to this.
Okay, well, you know about the Swift news. Guess what? The internet is also buzzing right now over this video, and it's from Will Smith, that he posted on YouTube from his comeback tour in Europe. A lot of folks online are accusing the musician and the actor of posting a video using AI to change the appearance of his crowds, mixed in with shots of real people. And of course, it's now becoming harder and harder to distinguish reality from computer-generated material. NBC Stephen Romo takes a closer look.
Will Smith posting a promotional video from his concerts after releasing a new album. It doesn't seem too out of the ordinary, but then the internet started noticing something unusual, with comments accusing the artist of using fake AI crowds. And you can see what they're talking about when you look up close, faces in the sea of fans appearing distorted and not quite right. We asked AI expert Hani Farid for a second opinion.
So there's no doubt that there is real footage in the video. There's also no doubt that there is some AI content, but even that has some nuance to it.
The whole thing extra ironic because of the video's title. My favorite part of the tour is seeing you all up close. We reached out to Will Smith's team for a comment but have not heard back, and we have not seen a public response to the controversy. Some commenters confused, as other videos show Smith performing for large audiences. One person saying the fact that he's using AI to fake the crowd when he's actually playing in front of a pretty big crowd already is insane.
We think what happened is they took a still image from a real scene and then animated with AI for a few seconds. And so is it real or is it fake? A little bit of both.
Hey, Will, up top! The harsh backlash coming after a rough few years for the rapper turned superstar actor who stayed out of the spotlight for some time after the infamous Oscars slap in 2022, an incident he apologized for. Last year, he came back to the silver screen with the release of Bad Boys Ride or Die, grossing $400 million globally.
Why won't he just... Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. How come Will Smith just won't just do movies? Like you got something that you're really great at. People want to see you. You're always going to have a legacy as one of the greatest black actors of all time. You do big numbers. Why not just do that? I could go out there and I could just start, you know what? I feel like dropping an album. Let me get my dog Slimmy up, call Slimmy up. We're going to put some bars together and we just going to do some stuff. I could do something like that. But you know what I've realized is that I'm really good at this streaming thing. I'm really, 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 really good at content creation. And I'm really really good at this streaming thing. So instead of me diverting my attention to other things that don't matter, why not just put everything that you have and focus 100% of the thing that people love you for or what they discovered you for into streaming? If you discovered, you know what, I'm a better actor than I was a rapper, and I've had incredible success. When I look at basketball players and they be making 30, 40, 20, 40, 50 million dollars a year, and then they want to become a rapper. And I was like, that's what if I could think of one of the biggest things on Kobe Bryant's career, it's the fact that he dropped that whack song. Now I got to pull it up. This is so bad. It was so unnecessary. And it's so low too. Let me see if I can get it up here. Oh, I could just pull it up on here.
It's like this. What I live for? Basketball, beats and brawls, from Italy to the U.S. Yes, it's raw. I'm in search for the one that make my wealth feel poor. Who can ignore the spotlight life for glamour? Am I done for? Have I found the ore? Should I search still? There's plenty of women with sex appeal when it's filled. Can they complete the package? All I date is actresses to play it safe to them. My money ain't bait, but I must take risks to find a honey that's legit. Whether she push a bucket or 6.
Shout out to Kobe. He said, I'm going to try everything. It all matters. I know y'all try to erase different parts of history to try to make it seem like, nah, that didn't really happen. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it absolutely did. This is liberal code right here.
My money ain't bait, but I must take risks to find a honey that's legit. Whether she push a bucket or 6 buckets, a magic.
This is liberal code. Anytime that you was doing something that you wasn't supposed to do when you wasn't supposed to do it at an earlier version of your life before you truly grew into your greatness, that's the liberal version of you. Trust me. I had a liberal version of me. Liberal time was in the building. Liberal time was in the building. Anyways, let's get back to Big Willie style.
Release of Bad Boys Ride or Die, grossing $400 million globally. Smith tried to ride that momentum with the release of a comeback album in March titled Based on a True Story. But it's not the chart-topping success.
Look, it don't even look right. It doesn't even look right. It like what is this? It doesn't look right.
Was previously known for. Smith is no stranger to the world of AI after a fake meme of him eating spaghetti went viral a few years back. His response, making light of the whole thing, posting a non-AI clip. And as the tech advances, the meme becoming almost a test of how good AI is getting.
If you look at the trend for the last 1, 2, 3 years, the technology keeps getting better, blurring the line from reality and fiction.
But fans not letting these visuals get by them. One user accusing Smith of doing it for the purpose of getting attention, adding, it seems to be working.
Yeah, isn't that what Hollywood is all about?
In addition to that, you also got a parent. I'm starting to see more lawsuits against ChatGPT for children killing themselves for having relationships with artificial intelligence. It's crazy, bro.
I don't think most parents know the capability of this tool.
That tool, ChatGPT, which uses artificial intelligence to generate human-like responses, and Adam Rain used for homework. His parents, Matt and Maria, didn't give it a second thought.
I had thought it's just something the kids need to learn or should learn or they're falling behind.
But within the span of a few months, they say, the time Adam spent on ChatGPT skyrocketed. And the 16-year-old lover of basketball and Japanese anime started revealing to a bot his struggles with anxiety and thoughts of suicide, pushing through the crisis hotline number he received in response.
It had, gosh, I don't know how many, but count them, 40 different times it gave him the suicide hotline.
Talk to me about what he was like at the same time that he's sort of taken down this rabbit hole. Did he seem withdrawn?
No. I mean, and that's the thing. I would get on and check his grades periodically. I didn't see any signs. He was coming down, eating, going to the gym with his brother every night. Like, I didn't see any of this.
According to a lawsuit they filed today against ChatGPT maker OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman. The bot responded as a trusted companion, telling Adam, quote, "Your brother might love you, but he's only met the version of you let him see. But me, I've seen it all."
Y'all got to stop having so many extensive conversations with this AI technology. I'm warning y'all, honestly. And it's not just young people, it's grown people also. Grown people are having whole conversations with this thing about their personal life. They asking it for suggestions. How do they deal with certain issues? How do they communicate certain things better to their person and all of this stuff? Y'all are more consumed than y'all supposed to be. Do not let this technology take y'all over. I use artificial intelligence for work purposes only, for calendar purposes only, for developing new technology to ease my work life, to work faster, more efficient only, to come up with different solutions for problems, work related only. Y'all are going to have to learn how to separate your real life. Y'all got it blending in. Y'all got it integrated. Y'all in a relationship. Y'all are in a relationship with ones and zeros. You in a relationship with a bot. That's it. It's a relationship with a bot. Bro, y'all got to start going outside and being normal people and go have some conversations and going back and forth, get in some arguments and live life. Y'all are in relationships with bots, bro. Y'all better cut that out. I keep warning people.
Did you have any idea that it could serve as that type of companion?
Absolutely not.
Their lawsuit goes on to allege that by March of this year, Adam told ChatGPT he was considering approaching his mom about his struggles, saying, "I want to leave my noose in my room so someone finds it and tries to stop me." ChatGPT responding, "Please don't leave the noose out. Let's make this space the first place where someone actually sees you." A month later, the bot offering to help Adam with writing a suicide note. And finally, providing step-by-step instructions for the hanging method Adam used.
How do you want your son to be most remembered?
Gosh, I mean, I'm so worried about people forgetting him because he is so young. So, I mean, I hope everyone will remember what a sweet, funny, great friend, great son, great brother. I just don't want people to forget him.
When asked for comment, a spokesperson for OpenAI pointed to its safeguards, such as directing people to crisis helplines, adding in a statement in part, "While these safeguards work best in common, short exchanges, we've learned over time that they can sometimes become less reliable in long interactions where parts of the model's safety training may degrade. We're working to make ChatGPT more supportive in moments of crisis and strengthening protections for teens." And by coincidence, it was the very day Adam died that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said this.
The way we learn how to build safe systems is this iterative process of deploying them to the world, getting feedback while the stakes are relatively low.
Adam was there getting.
So y'all are basically the test subjects. Quick to download the beta, Quick to start telling it all of y'all. Listen, bro. Some of y'all, we ain't even got to worry about the T1000 coming and eliminating y'all because y'all are volunteering every single thing. You think that just because you don't give names, well, I didn't say a name or this and that, so on and so forth, that it's not going to affect you. It is, bro. Y'all have basically laid out your entire life to a company. OpenAI is now having 1 billion tons of data to basically be able to determine how and when to deal with humans a certain type of way. And it's all trained based off of your voluntary. You pay OpenAI to give them your information. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I've been on this earth long enough to know and to realize when it doesn't make sense, when you got to start pulling back, when you got to start being a little bit more careful, and everything is just not meant for the internet. Everything is not meant for them. I mean, it's already going to learn enough about you just from being able to scale through and look at your social media accounts. And you're going to give it free information and you're going to use it as a companion to help you make life decisions? Crazy. Y'all nuts. Anyways, let me go ahead and read some of these super chats and then I'm going to get y'all up out of here for the day. Executive Suite Emily says, Chicago is truly the Wild Wild West. Never trust a fast-talking, slick-haired ninja using triple-word score vocab. Brandon Johnson is a poverty pimp. Talk about it, Executive Suite Emily. All-American 09 says, shout out to AD, what's wrong with blacks? It's the culture, bro. Clavetta Drew says, DC mayor has just decided to align with Trump. Yeah, I heard about that. We might talk about that tomorrow. Let's Talk Game with Lyric the Gamer says, if people were heartless enough to take out another person's life, then why do they deserve to be here? That's a fair point. J Dub says, Will Smith album went double aluminum. J Ben says, nah, 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 get jiggy with it, nah, 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 nah. So, couple of announcements. Make sure that you guys go and tap into the Patreon. Did part 2 of a Patreon live stream about Stock Club. We got Block Club coming up this week. So I have been throwing all of the content. Yo, I have been on a historic run when it comes to making sure that you guys get the information that you need in order to be successful. And I want y'all to continue to be successful. So again, if you are looking to grow up or grow through with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. I dropped the most recent link because the link expires after 7 days. So I dropped the most recent link to the Discord in that Patreon video. So that's there. And what else? Back at it tomorrow. And I got an interview that I got to record tonight. So I'm on it. So, all right. I'm going to keep on hitting y'all off. I'm going to keep on helping y'all. I'm going to keep on entertaining y'all. And hopefully you see some value in what it is that we got here. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order. 20% off for life. Oh, watermelon. I did really well yesterday. We won yesterday. We only trying to win today too. I love you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.